I'm CJ here on Schmoozing with CJ, and today we're going to continue our November Diabetes Awareness Month calendar. So if you haven't already, go and watch week 1, and this will be week 2. So day 8 is who inspires you. So I don't know a ton of people that have type 1 diabetes, but my doctors, my endocrinologist, my pediatrician, all that, my friends, all them, they've inspired me not only to make this channel to help, other diabetics kind of get through what they're going through, to know that there's someone else out there who is going through the same things, but also wanting to help others. So my endocrinologist has inspired me. I want to go to med school. I want to become a pediatric endocrinologist. And my friends have inspired me to create this channel and help others. Day 9 is all about diabetic ketoacidosis, or DKA. When you're in DKA, essentially there's so much sugar in your blood that your blood starts to turn acidic. When this happens, your body, it wants to get rid of all of that sugar, so it focuses on getting rid of all that sugar and it starts to shut down other functions. So when this happened to me, I started losing my hair. My eyesight got really bad. It also, when you're in DKA, you have no source of energy, because you can't break down those sugars to produce energy. So your body tries to get energy from other things. So it starts by using your fat. So I lost a lot of weight because essentially my body was eating itself to try and get energy. Day 10 is diabetes worries. So I worry a lot when I'm at school. Especially, I recently took the PSATs, and for the week leading up to it, I'm like, what if I'm high during my PSATs and that affects my score? What if I'm low and I can't focus? Because it was a timed test. I'm like, how's that going to affect? And then if my alarm goes off in the middle, is that going to affect other people in the testing room? And just in school in general, I'm like, if something happens, what if? And it's a constant worry. What if I'm low and I don't have snacks on me, or I keep going low and I have no access to that? I mean, what's going to happen? If I'm high and I have no insulin, or if I have a big test coming up and I just can't focus, how is that going to affect me? Day 11 is diabetes misconceptions. I think the largest misconception is between type 1 and type 2 diabetes. So type 1 diabetes, your pancreas stops making insulin, and you have to give yourself insulin for the food that you eat because you have none. Whereas type 2 diabetes, your body still creates insulin, but it's essentially weaker, or it doesn't work at all depending on how severe it is. Another common misconception is, oh, you can't eat that, you're diabetic. Well, I can eat anything I want. I just have to make sure I give myself the correct amount of insulin to do so. So most of the time, I don't eat as much sweets, because I don't like to give myself insulin. Giving myself shots is not fun. But, every time at school, if someone sees me, every once in a while, I'll, have a small sweet or something. And they go, you know you can't eat that. You're diabetic. You're not supposed to eat that. And they don't understand that I can. It just means more insulin. Day 12 is insulin cost. So I don't struggle as much with this because my mother's insurance pays for most of the cost of my insulin. However, different types of insulin cost different amount of money. So like my Lantus is considered a premium insulin, so it costs significantly more than my Humalog. But I've seen the prices without insurance, and it's crazy. Insulin companies know that as a diabetic, you need insulin, so they know that they can charge that much for insulin and get that money because we need it. And they take advantage of that. Day 13 is diabetes awareness or signs of diabetes. So, signs of diabetes, especially for me, was significant weight loss, eating all the time, using the restroom a lot, drinking lots of water. Sometimes your eyesight starts to blur. In my case, my hair started falling out. Finally, day 14 is doctor bantering appreciation. So I've only had diabetes for about 6 months now. So I haven't, had tons and tons and tons and tons of doctor's appointments where, I've had lots of doctor bantering. But the times that I have, that's helpful. The day I was diagnosed, my mother was going to wait to have an appointment, and she was going to have us go like the next week. She didn't think it was very urgent, but the doctors, they're like, no, get her in now. And every time I go to an endocrinologist appointment, when they see, I've gone low a lot, they're like, you need to be more careful about this. You need to be more careful about this. Or if I've gone high a lot, they're like, okay, we need to change this. We need to change this. And they're constantly like checking up. And even like my school nurse, she's constantly checking up on me, and as much as that can get annoying, you can get frustrated with it, you also have to appreciate it. Knowing that people care, that, they're trying to make sure that you're okay. Well, that's all for this video. I will post another one next week with week 3. If you haven't already, go and watch week 1. And happy Diabetes Awareness Month.